this video, I want to discuss with you the top 10 Chinese herbs in the Chinese herbal system. Now, before we get into the herbs, I want to give a quick disclaimer that your best results will come about through a proper evaluation through a master herbalist. And the reason for this is pretty simple. Everybody is very unique. So an herb that might work for somebody might create a further imbalance in somebody else. And this is why traditionally, if you go to a Chinese practitioner, they're actually going to prescribe you a variety of different herbs, usually in some sort of herbal formula. So with that being said, I want to discuss with you now, in my opinion, the top 10 Chinese herbs. Now, of course, many other herbalists would agree on these herbs here, so it's not solely my opinion, but a collective opinion of other herbalists and Chinese practitioners. However, I want to point out that while there's 5,000 plus different herbs in the Chinese herbal system, there are only 60 herbs that are considered tonic herbs. Now, in short, a tonic herb is a specialized herb. It is a very unique and elite class of herbs. And one of the general rules for tonic herbs is that they are balanced, which generally makes them safe to consume by most people despite their unique constitution. So if you're beginning in herbalism and you haven't seen an acupuncturist or an herbalist or some sort of Chinese practitioner, and you do not have a proper evaluation, you can begin by experimenting with these tonic herbs, which won't have very drastic effects on your hormonal system. They're generally very balanced herbs, and they generally contain very specific properties such as adaptogenic qualities, immunomodulatory qualities, antioxidant and anti-inflammatory qualities, which are generally recommended for most people. So as an example, an adaptogen's sole purpose is to help your body self-regulate and achieve homeostasis. So a last and final thing to know is that when you're taking herbs, don't expect them to work overnight. In fact, when taking tonic herbs, one of the primary rules is the rule of compliancy. You need to be taking your herbs. You need to be following a pretty strict regimen or discipline of consuming your herbs on a regular basis, or they won't work. Tonic herbs are different than just regular herbs. So tonic herbs are very unique in that they're very balanced in multi-directional herbs. So compared to most other herbs, which usually have one function or one sort of action, a tonic herb is a very balanced herb, and it's going to help regulate your entire system. However, for them to work efficiently, ideally you would consume them regularly and over a long period of time to essentially help alter or modulate your biology and your immune system, eventually making them stronger and more intelligent. So with that being said, here are 10 of the top Chinese herbs in the herbal system. Most of them are considered tonic herbs. There are just a few that are more standard Chinese herbs, but that are worth mentioning and then definitely make the top 10 for other reasons. So the first herb that I want to talk to you about is hands down ginseng. Ginseng is perhaps the most well-known herb throughout the world. It is one of the most popular herbs in the Chinese herbal system, and for good reason. Now, ginseng is a primary qi tonic. It is an adaptogen herb. That is its primary function and why it's most commonly used. So as I mentioned earlier, an adaptogen is an herb that helps your body adapt. So if your body is in a stressful situation, consuming an adaptogen herb like ginseng will help your body in adapting to that environment. So specifically speaking, if you're in a very stressed situation, mentally, emotionally, or physically, an adaptogen herb will help regulate your nervous system and help bring down excess stress hormones or whatever else is going on in excess and help regulate your system. So that is the primary benefit of adaptogen herbs, is they're very balancing. They help your body achieve balance, or in other words, help your body adapt to a situation. So in ginseng, there's a specific saponin constituent known as ginsenoside that gives ginseng its adaptogen and immunomodulatory qualities. And it has a high concentration of ginsenosides, which makes it very powerful and gives it a very powerful effect on our hormonal system and our immune system. It's been scientifically proven that ginsenosides in ginseng help regulate your metabolism, help regulate your hormonal system, and even enhance or strengthen your immune system. So ginsenosides have a very profound modulatory effect on your immune system, so they can help your body scan for any sort of mutated or pathogenic DNA or any mutated cells or any sort of foreign invader, and then help your immune system eradicate anything unwanted. So adaptogen herbs like ginseng are very intelligent herbs. They help increase your body's natural intelligence, in other words, which is your immune system. So to summarize, ginseng is really great for managing stress, for strengthening your immune system. It's going to help eradicate any sort of infection. It's even been shown to eliminate herpes, HIV, and even cancerous viruses in the body. So it's a very strong immunomodulatory herb. And it's going to help regulate much of your hormonal system, so it's going to have profound effects all throughout your entire physiology and essentially help tonify your entire body by strengthening your immune system, which essentially regulates your entire body. The next tonic herb I want to talk to you about is Gynostemma. So there's a saying that Gynostemma is like ginseng but better. So anything that ginseng can do, Gynostemma can do, but then some. So Gynostemma is a great adaptogen herb. Obviously, it's also an immunomodulatory herb. However, what stands out to me the most in Gynostemma is two things. First, it has the highest concentration of saponins over any other plant on Earth. So that makes it the strongest adaptogen herb on the planet. So it even trumps ginseng in its ability to help our hormonal system and immune system adapt and respond more intelligently. Additionally, it's been shown in clinical study that Gynostemma can actually help the immune system secrete natural killer cell. And natural killer cell has been shown to actually kill cancerous cells. So it promotes cell apoptosis, which is a scientific word for cell death in cancer cells. So this is a scientifically proven anti-cancerous herb. It can be effective for treating any sort of pathogenic bacterial, fungal, viral infection in the body, making it really great obviously for a variety of things. It's essentially a really great immunomodulatory herb, similar to ginseng. It's just more potent on a saponin or medicinal level. Another really great herb, a revered herb in Chinese medicine, is dongui. I put dongui at the top of the list because it is one of the best female tonics that you can come across. Dongui is often referred to as female ginseng for its adaptogenic-like qualities on the female reproductive system. However, what makes dongui exceptional is its ability to actually build up the blood, help clean the blood of impurities and any sort of toxic heat, but also promote the blood flow or the blood circulation specifically to the pelvic region. It also has antispasmodic qualities, meaning it helps the pelvic floor relax, which is obviously really great for women, especially around the time of their menstrual cycle. Dongui also has tonifying effects on the liver, which obviously has its connections there to the quality of the blood and blood flow, but also the production of sex hormones. So the next herb on the list is Astragalus. Astragalus is another great immune tonic and an adaptogen. It's been used for thousands of years in traditional Chinese medicine to improve your overall immune function. At that time, to improve your overall energy. Today, we know that it lowers cortisol, the stress hormone associated with adrenal fatigue when in excess. So this is a really great herb for obviously overcoming chronic adrenal fatigue, exhaustion, and a weakened immune system, which usually go hand in hand. Now scientifically, Astragalus has been shown to actually kill off tumors, shrink the size of tumors. It's a known antiviral, it's a known anti-cancerous substance, and it's likely due to its rich content of polysaccharides and other medicinal saponins that help the immune system secrete natural killer cells, T and B helper cells. Other ways Astragalus helps promote longevity and the health of the immune system is by acting as an antioxidant. Astragalus is known to protect the body from oxidative damage, which can alter or mutate our DNA. Astragalus is commonly consumed with ginseng, making it a powerhouse combination for enhancing your immune system and your body's natural adaptability. So it's a really great combination to overcome stress or to increase your resilience in the face of stress and obviously increase the strength of your immune system. The next herb I want to talk to you about is not as common as the others I've mentioned so far, but is still nevertheless a very renowned and well-respected herb in the herbalist system of Chinese medicine. And that herb is Blopyrium. Now, Blopyrium is a supreme liver tonic, which makes it an incredibly useful and important herb. After all, our liver is the most important organ in our body. Without the liver, we couldn't live. Now, I've said many times here in these videos that the liver has over 500 different physiological functions. It has two very important roles, the role of detoxification and the role of digestion. Both without, we would have poor health and experience many different diseases. So Blopyrium is a bitter herb, so it helps stimulate the detoxification in the liver system. So it helps our gallbladder and our liver eliminate toxicity, whether that's from environmental pollutants, our diet, or even emotional toxicity. So it's a very great detoxifying agent to the liver, which obviously helps our liver function properly, which means better cholesterol levels, better blood sugar levels, better blood pressure levels. It's going to mean more balanced and healthier hormone levels, and many other things, of course. Our liver produces natural germ killer, it produces glutathione, SOD, so these are primary germ killers or antioxidants from the liver that protect the body from aging. So it's a longevity tonic in the sense that it aids the liver in production of these things. Additionally, Belplurium is going to help promote healthy digestion, which of course without, we wouldn't be able to extract the vital qi from our food, air, and water. So this is a very useful herb used in Chinese medicine, and I highly recommend it. Next, I have two common herbs that you might already know of. The first is ginger, and as you might know, ginger is a Chinese herb. Now, it might not technically be considered a tonic herb, nevertheless, it has reached this list because of its unique ability to act as a culinary herb and a medicinal herb. So ginger is so great because it's just so useful. You can find high quality ginger just about anywhere. You can grow some yourself, and it has a very important quality, in my opinion, here in the modern world, and that is the ability to dry up dampness and increase heat in the stomach while warming the lungs. Now, what this means physiologically is you have an increase of hydrochloric acid in the stomach, the common root cause of poor digestion. So when it's in this dried powder form, it's going to increase the stomach heat in a healthy way. So it's going to increase your stomach fire, digestive fire, to help you break down proteins and help protect your body from pathogens like parasites or other bacteria that get in through the food or through water. Additionally, it helps warm the lungs, dry up the lungs of any mucus, which is going to essentially help your immune system. If you have mucus in the lungs or issues going on in your lungs, it can decrease the quality of your immune function. So as both a tonic to the stomach and to the lungs, it's going to help both digestion and immunity. Now keep in mind that ginger in its fresh state has a different property than when in its dried state. Fresh ginger is better used in dishes. It's better used in a culinary fashion for cooking and spicing your food. It will warm the stomach and act as a digestive aid, but it won't have the same heat property in the stomach, and it won't reach the lungs in the same way that it does when it's in its dried form. So if you're looking for more therapeutic action, definitely get a high quality organic dried ginger. Next, we have common licorice root. Now, I don't mean licorice in the sense of the candy, but the licorice root, which is a medicinal root used in Chinese medicine. However, licorice root does have an incredibly sweet taste. And the plus sides to licorice root, aside from its basic health benefits, which is that it acts as an antioxidant, has powerful anti-inflammatory benefits, it can actually block the DHT accumulation in the scalp, which can help prevent male and female pattern baldness or the thinning of the hair. So it has those specific qualities, but it's also a really great adrenal tonic. It's actually a really great herb for regulating the cortisol production in the kidney and adrenal system. So licorice root is often highly recommended and used when somebody's overcoming exhaustion or facing high levels of stress. So if you have adrenal fatigue or you're a stressed out person, I highly recommend using licorice root. It's incredibly delicious, which is a side benefit. So it's very easy to take. A tea of licorice root is incredibly sweet and very pleasant tasting, so that makes it very easy to consume. You don't have to force yourself. But another really great benefit of licorice root that not many people know about is that licorice root acts as sort of a binding agent for formulas in traditional Chinese medicine. So you'll find that licorice root is sort of the carrier for other herbal formulas. It actually helps carry the different medicinal constituents of other herbs into the body, into the cells. So for this reason alone, licorice root is a very important herb in the Chinese herbal system. However, standalone has many medicinal benefits I just mentioned. Primarily, its ability to help manage stress and help overcome adrenal fatigue. The next herb I want to talk to you about is actually the oldest herb on the planet. Well, at least the oldest documented herb, and that is Ginkgo biloba. The ginkgo tree from which the ginkgo biloba herb comes from is actually 270 million years old. Now, what's so fantastic about this is that, at least in my opinion, any plant or living being that has survived 270 million years on this planet is a very incredible, very strong and resilient plant, and therefore must produce some pretty potent medicine as well. And the science shows that to be true as well. Ginkgo is an adaptogen which helps counter the effects of stress, such as elevated cortisol and adrenaline, stress hormones. It also helps diminish the feelings of anxiety often associated with too much stress. It's also a tonic to the brain, and it's an incredible circulatory tonic. Therefore, ginkgo is most commonly used to increase your mood, to improve your cognitive ability, so your ability to cognize, to think, to recall and remember, and to focus. However, it's also a really great circulatory herb, so it's actually going to help drive blood flow through all the tiny capillaries in your body up to your brain, through your scalp, so it'll nourish your hair, your skin, and all the different organs in your body. And if it isn't obvious, healthy blood circulation is imperative for good health, because blood is what carries all of our nutrients, our vitamins, minerals, all the hormones and neurotransmitters in our body. So without that life force that is our blood, all the other organs would atrophy and die off. So as a circulatory tonic, it is a very important and very helpful tonic. Now I've saved the two best herbs for last, and these are three treasure tonic herbs, which make them very unique. Now the first one I want to talk about is Goji Berry, or Lycium, or Wolfberry. Now Goji Berry, like I said before, is a three treasure tonic herb, meaning it helps promote the health of all three treasures, Jing, Qi, and Shen. If you're interested in learning about Jing, Qi, and Shen, I'll put a video about that somewhere here in the video that you can click to. However, in short, these are the three energies that make up our human body. Without them, we would not have a healthy living body. So generally speaking, Goji Berry is very unique and a very valued and revered tonic herb because it can promote the health of all three of these treasures, something that is very rare amongst herbs. However, more specifically, Goji Berry is very nutrient dense. It contains an incredible amount of vitamin C, a variety of B vitamins. It even contains essential amino acids and fatty acids, which is rare for a berry. Additionally, it contains a variety of micro minerals and micronutrients, so it's very rich in phosphorus, zinc, magnesium, selenium, and other important micro or trace elements. However, even more impressive than that, the Goji Berry is a tonic to both the kidneys and the liver, meaning that can help improve overall eyesight, improve the health of your eyes. It can help regulate your blood glucose levels, which is going to have a profound beneficial effect on your hormonal system and your overall body weight, so it can actually help decrease body fat and improve your metabolic function. Goji berries also have very strong antioxidant abilities. It specifically can help lower triglyceride levels and cholesterol levels by preventing the oxidation of cholesterol and fat deposits in the liver. So in other words, Goji is a very potent protector to the liver. Additionally, by supporting the health of the liver and the kidneys, Goji berry can improve the quality of your skin and the quality of your hair. So it's considered a beauty herb as well. Last but not least, Goji berry is a culinary treat as well. So they're incredibly delicious berries. You can eat them as a snack, dried. You can eat them fresh, or you can blend them into smoothies. Nevertheless, they're incredibly tasty, which makes them very easy to consume, and so you won't have a hard time taking these on a consistent basis. Last but not least, and perhaps the #1 tonic herb of all time, is Reishi Mushroom, also known as Lucidium Gynostemma, which literally means shiny mushroom. This is the mushroom of immortality, and it is a very unique tonic herb in the fact that it is a 3-treasure tonic, which, like Goji, is a very rare occurrence. Very seldom herbs promote the health of all 3 treasures, Jing, Qi, and Shen. However, what's very special about Reishi is its Shen qualities. While it's essentially a tonic to the entire body, it has a very profound effect on our liver and our heart. As far as increasing your spiritual well-being and your emotional well-being goes, Reishi actually has a very incredible ability to detoxify stored emotional trauma in the liver. Now, from a more practical standpoint, this is probably done through Reishi's ability to help detoxify the liver in general, by both acting as a bitter, which helps stimulate the detoxification process in the liver and the gallbladder, but also by helping the liver secrete superoxide dismutase and help basically neutralize free radicals in the liver. Now, when you think about it, the liver produces much of our testosterone and our other sex hormones. So if our liver becomes congested and it can't properly eliminate and metabolize the excess hormones in our liver, they get built up or congested in the liver, which can lead to many different emotional disturbances, given the fact that hormones are just chemical expressions of consciousness. So it's actually our hormones that give our body the feeling of emotion. So when you think about it, if our liver is backed up and congested and it cannot secrete hormones, we're essentially having a buildup of emotional energy in our liver, which can result in anger, frustration, repressed grief, or any sort of negative, sort of hard, dense emotion. So if you're experiencing these things, it could be likely that the qi is blocked in your liver, and Reishi is hands down the best herb for helping getting the qi flowing in the liver meridian again. However, scientifically, Reishi is a known anti-cancer, anti-tumor, antiviral, antibacterial, antipathogen. It's an anti-inflammatory herb and an antioxidant. There's really nothing that reishi can't do in terms of improving the physical health of your body, and even in some cases improve your spiritual and emotional health as well. So if you're interested in learning more about these herbs, I have videos all over the channel about these specific herbs in detail that you can check out to learn more in greater detail. If you're interested in purchasing these herbs, you can always go to our online shop by clicking the link below. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future videos.